Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of These Homesteads. My name is Derek. Today we're talking about, if you saw the thumbnail then you already know, tragedy on the Homestead. So, not sure whether you got a chance to watch the last video I did, number 10 here, on the ducks, or things not going as planned. But oddly enough, the very next day, tragedy strikes on the Homestead. So if you can remember back from yesterday's video, number 10, which I'm not going to be putting this out today, I need to make sure that I have permission from everyone before I post this video. So I do have permission already from one of the fire departments that was here to post it. Not sure yet. I'm waiting to hear back whether I have permission from the other one, and then there's one more person I need to get permission from before I actually post this. But if you remember from yesterday's video, my yard did not look like a super highway yesterday. And honestly, I am totally okay with it looking like a super highway for what they were here to do. I appreciate everything that those two fire departments came here and did. So, all right, let's take a little ride on the side-by-side. We'll go check out what happened. Give you guys a little more info and stuff like that. So we're gonna follow their path, which oddly enough, the other day when my buddy was here and we were shooting, this was the exact path we took his Suburban, which sort of worked perfect because he already had the tire tracks. The fire trucks knew right where to go. They just pretty much followed his trail and it took them right to where they were going. So, all right, let's. I'm gonna spin you guys around here so you can look out the front and you'll be able to follow the path here. Today was just a normal, typical Monday for me at work. Really busy, sort of working like crazy. And I get a phone call. Well, first, I guess one of my security cameras here at my house went off. That happened first. We're gonna stop here real quick before we round this corner. Let me explain a little bit about what happened. So, I'm at work, working like I normally do. My security camera goes off. I pick it up to look at the footage. As soon as I hit the button to start looking at the footage, I get a phone call from my niece's husband. He's with the one fire department that was here, and he's like, hey, what do you have that's on fire? He thought I was home. He thought I was the one who called them. And I was like, nothing. I'm not there. I'm at work. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, well, we just got paged to a fire call at your house, out on your homestead. So I instantly said, there's only one thing I can think it would be, and that is, if you've been watching the videos up until now, well, hold on. I'm gonna pause this video right here for a second, and I'll show you some of the security cam, as long as I have permission from the fire department. I'll show you some of the security cam of vehicles coming out this way. Okay, so anyhow, so he said to me, what do you have out there that could possibly be on fire? They're saying that there's a piece of equipment in the field on fire. And I'm like, Jordan, the only thing I have sitting out in my field is my tractor. And there's nobody around it, nothing going on with it, no way it could be on fire. But if you've been watching my other videos, you know that I do have logging operations going on here on my homestead right now. And yes, we'll continue around the corner now. That's exactly what it was the skid steer, which I need to get his permission before I show you guys this video, so therefore I won't be posting this right away. But his skid steer caught on fire and burned up out here in the field. So I haven't been up here yet. I don't know how much damage there is. I don't know what we're gonna find. This will be as new to me as it is to you. But I wasn't 100% positive whether they were. Oh man, I'm glad you guys don't have smell-o-vision, because wow, the stench from that is bad. But I'm not sure if they were on their way out to go get more logs from out in the back. I don't think they were dragging anything in, because I don't see any logs laying here, and surely there would have been some logs laying here had they been dragging some in. So they must have been on their way out. But yeah, so unfortunately, tragedy on the homestead. Luckily for me, it's not my equipment. It is on my property though. And as you can see here, it definitely had caught some of the other grass on fire. So I am extremely thankful. I've been doing a very good job of trying to make sure that I don't say exactly where I live, and I'm not going to say exactly where I live, but I'm in Western Pennsylvania, in the Brookville area. So Brookville Fire Department and Pine Creek Fire Department, thank you very much for getting out here, getting this done, getting this fire out. It could have been a lot worse. This whole field could have went, the woods right there could have went. I mean, it's been really dry. There hasn't been much rain here the past couple weeks. If you look, this is all brown dead grass right here. And how this didn't go up, I have no clue. All I can say is, for where those fire departments got to, and as quick as they got here and as fast as they got this out, I am super thankful. I appreciate everything you guys did. Like I said, I'll have to get a hold of the logger, make sure I have permission to use the video, but I'm assuming probably, I don't know, maybe a fuel line or oil or something busted, a hose broke, something. That stuff got on some hot liquid and, you know, got on a hot piece of metal or something like that and just lit up and caught on fire. May get you guys spun around. Sorry, I got that sun right there glaring at me. So like I said, there's definitely some fire damage right here around it. The fire was definitely heading towards the woods. Luckily it didn't make it there. Like I said, thankfully those fire department guys are awesome. A lot of the guys with the Pine Creek Fire Department I know. The Brookville ones, I've talked to a few of them a couple times, but I don't know them quite as good as I do the Pine Creek ones, just because of the fact that I'm related to some of the ones that work for Pine Creek, so I know some of those a little bit better, and I've seen them a lot more often at their gun raffles and stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly how we'll get this thing back out of here, but right now that's not a concern of mine, and I don't think it's a concern of the loggers right this second either. Thankfully nobody was hurt, other than a little bit of land right here getting damaged, his skidder getting damaged. I don't know if they had any chainsaws or anything like that on there that didn't get out. As far as I know, they all got out, but definitely not the phone call. Actually, I see a chainsaw bar right there. I don't see the chainsaw, but I do. Oh, that's because the chainsaw burned up. So if you can see right there, that's what's left of that chainsaw. That's a shame. I mean, the whole thing's a shame, but really, that's a shame that they weren't able to get the chainsaw and stuff out, and it did burn up. Like I said, hopefully they'll give me permission to use this. I don't know if they will or not. I mean, you can see they definitely pulled their fire extinguisher. I don't know if you can see that over there. They definitely pulled their fire extinguisher off and tried putting it out, but honestly, I have some pictures of when it was on fire, and then the fire department up here putting it out and the smoke and stuff like that, that my neighbor, I have one of my neighbors, that's a good thing about having retired state troopers and stuff like that that live in my neighborhood, is I got a hold of them and said, do you happen to be home? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, can you hop on your side-by-side, run over to my property to the end of the driveway and meet the fire department and sort of guide them back in to where the skidder is in the back field so that they can get back in there and not fall in. If you remember right, whenever we were doing the videos on mowing these fields, I showed you down here in these dips and stuff, there were some big holes. So luckily he came over, helped them out. He took a couple pictures, sent them to me. So I'll insert those pictures here at the end so you can sort of get an idea. But unfortunately, yes, tragedy strikes, and yeah, it's one of those days. Hopefully, once we get this, once they get this out of here and things get back to going normal, hopefully the grass will return and start growing. And because this is eventually the pasture where the cows and stuff will be, so hopefully we can get that cleaned up enough and get grass and stuff to start regrowing right where that is. So we'll see what happens. But hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you enjoy the crazy journey that I'm on, please click that subscribe and share it with your friends. Unfortunately, this isn't something to like, but you can still like the video and the journey that I'm on, trying to get this homestead turned back around and turned into an operational homestead again. So again, thank you so much to the Brookville and the Pine Creek Volunteer Fire Departments. I appreciate both of you and everybody that was out here. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, because had the whole thing burnt and had that woods caught on fire, they'd probably still be here fighting it now. So, and then it would have spread to not just my land, but over into the neighbor's land too. And yeah, that would have been bad. So thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.